Hello again, everyone. I'm back here again. This is Jen to tell you about my experiences and insights from Master 2, Day 2. And, I have to say I don't know if you're probably going to get all of these videos in quick succession because my video from yesterday is loading very slowly with the internet here. So you might be just watching these very quickly in succession. But at any rate, I'll start by talking about the very beginning of the day, which started very early at 7:20. In Master 2, they do what they call a frame program. So you start the day with meditation and then a light dance. And the meditation, which, it's not that I've never done meditation before, but I really don't do it as much as I should. And I realized that I need to do it a lot more, and I need to get better at really clearing my mind so that I can be present in the here and now. And one of the things that was a little shocking is as you're meditating, they will make a loud sound with two pieces of wood and just clack them together to so that if your mind is wandering, it'll bring you back into the here and now, quite shockingly. So that was something that, because I get easily startled, so I was kind of keeping one eye open to watch for the clack, and even though I was keeping my eye open so that I could see, I still got scared when they hit the two pieces of wood together. So I need to work on my presence more because apparently if you're completely present, the sound should go right through you and it shouldn't even bother you. So I need to work on that. And what was interesting too is because every way that I've practiced meditation before has always been with my eyes closed. So they suggested trying it with your eyes open and of course your gaze relaxed. And I found that there were moments where I just had this clarity because I was kind of tired because it was early in the morning. And so I was kind of my eyes were relaxed and my gaze was kind of foggy. But there were moments where suddenly I felt like my gaze was clear. And even though I was looking in one direction, I could see everything in the room. So that was really cool. So I know I can get there, but it's a matter of keeping that focus and presence. So I need to work on that more. And the dance meditation was amazing. I love to dance anyway. Anyone who knows me, I'm sure knows that. But I love to dance anyway. So that was super fun, just kind of letting yourself go and, feeling the music and moving however, your body says, to move. So that was really good. So that started the day off on a nice note. And, I used a no word by saying nice. My friend is smiling at me. Anyway. So then we went into some of the inquiries for the day. And a big one that was a big insight for me was, we talked about the art of listening. And I didn't even realize that the word listen and silent are actually anagrams. So the same letters. So it was like, oh, gosh, that makes so much sense, right? I mean, you have to be silent to listen. So interesting. But the big light bulb for me was when they said you are always listening from a context. And so is everybody else, of course. So if you're feeling like you're stuck with someone and you're not communicating, think about what your conditioned listening is when you're with that person or in, that particular situation. Because it could be, with a particular person or in a particular situation. And again, no matter what you're listening to or who you're talking to, you're always going to have some context in your mind for it. So rather than having it be something that you're unconscious of, why not create the context yourself so that you have control over what you're hearing and how you're reacting to it? And that was interesting. So just as an example, and actually someone asked me this as part of the inquiry, they said, how do you react when someone says to you, you can have anything you want? Just what's your gut reaction? Of course, my gut reaction was bullshit. So we have these, our ego just says, nope, no way. and then that becomes our context. So we don't go any further with it because the mind says, nope. But if you could create the context for that and say, well, why not? Anything's possible, right? So, you can actually create the context for what you're hearing, and it completely shifts the way that you approach an interaction. So that was a really, really big thing for me. We also got the chance to actually start using the consciousness coaching method. And what we did was we kind of paired up, and each of us had a chance to, one was the coach and the other was the coachee, and then of course we switched. But the idea was to take an area or maybe a relationship or something in your life where you feel stuck, and then use that as, your material for the other person to coach you on. And the person that I worked with was wonderful. And she actually really helped me realize, because I was feeling stuck with some people in my life. And what she made me realize, without even telling me, because that's the beauty of it, it's like I had this answer within me, and she just kind of asked the right questions, and suddenly it was like, bing. And I realized that just like I was saying, I have this conditioned listening whenever I'm with, this person or these people. And even though obviously I know I need to have a conversation with them about, being honest about what my needs are, and, making my requests in an open way. First, I need to figure out and really define what my conditioned listening is, and get a feel for what theirs is when I'm talking to them. Because then I can come into the situation in a way where I will feel more empowered, and indeed so will they. So that was really neat. We also talked about something called the ladder of power, which is difficult to explain without showing a diagram, but basically it shows how your decisions can either empower you or they can disempower you. And I realized that very often I'm in the disempowering part of that ladder because I'm making assumptions about people, what they think or what they'll say or what they'll do if I X, Y, or Z. And in order to get out of that, the beauty of it is that, no matter where you are on that ladder of power, you can instantly move into the higher part and the empowering side by just either, expressing a wish that you have, a desire that you have, making a request of someone, and being completely unattached to whether they comply with that wish or request. So, yeah, that made me realize that there's a lot of things and situations and some people in my life where I need to stop making assumptions and start making requests or expressing what it is that I want. So that was interesting. And like I said, it was neat because it all kind of came full circle in the fact that I need to first figure out what my condition in listening is, then figure out, and listen for what theirs is, based on clues from the conversation. And then I need to go into the ladder of power in an empowering way and say what it is that I want or that I request. Because that's the only way that I can feel in my power. So it was a good day. And like I said, a lot of things just kind of came full circle. So it was very neat. Yeah, so that was my experiences from today. Hopefully I will be able to upload this video in a timely fashion so that you're not watching them all on top of one another. But yeah, so that's for today, and getting up bright and early to do the meditation and dance in the morning as well. So I am going to be off to bed, and I will share my experiences tomorrow, and see you then. Thank you.